my spooky scary skeletons. This is the spooky month of October and you are watching a new episode of the Temple of Dolls. Today we will not be doing a regular Halloween doll. I didn't have time for it this year, but we are doing a doll for my own collab. The theme was Monster High and doing your own design. There were a few ways you could do this, and I will link everyone who participated in the description. At first I was doing a simple redesign of Frankenstein, but I ended up doing a little crossover with Draculaura instead. I will make Draculaura into an Enchantix fairy. But let's stop digging the grave and get to the design. Making an Enchantix design for Draculaura was more difficult than I first thought. You can see I sketched out a few options. Bloom's Enchantix was a big inspiration. First because I think her Enchantix evokes a cutesy feel that fits Draculaura. We also have a Bloom Enchantix doll with Draculaura's colors. So I thought it would be a fun little design Easter egg, I guess you can call it. The color was inspired by someone's Wings OC named Ramona, created by the user you see on screen because I don't want to butcher the name. Of course it's Halloween, so butchering wouldn't be totally out of the question. Now to color. Even if we have a black and pink bloom, I didn't feel like it screamed Enchantix. I wanted this to be a Draculaura as an Enchantix fairy and not only cosplaying one. So black was kind of out of the question. I could have gone with purple or blue, but in the end I went for a mostly monochromatic color scheme. This isn't totally Enchantix either, but apparently it doesn't bother me that much, since it's what I went with at the end of the day. But let's go and work on the doll. At first I was planning on using Apple, but then I remembered that I want her to be on the shorter body, so I ended up using Lizzie instead. After painting the scalp we can get to a reroot. I used Pop Princess and what I think was blush nylon. I don't remember if it was blush or another color. I did a partial reroot. Since the hair will be put into pigtails, I don't worry about filling the whole head. I sculpted the raised edge for gloves with epoxy. After that has dried, I can use different tools to smooth the epoxy. Then I sprayed the gloves with white primer. Unlike the concept art, I decided to do the gloves white. A pearly white, but still white. Is this a good decision or not? I can't decide. Let's unwrap her, like she isn't Cleo, god damn it. To give the gloves more sparkle, I glue chunky glitter at the top of the gloves, one chunky piece at a time. For shoes, I switched from ribbons to wire. We need to drill holes into her feet. I used epoxy glue to attach the wires into holes. After that has dried, we can shape the wire. Glue on some gems and the shoes are done. Now for fairy dust. I haven't decided a proper bottle for her, but I took some advice from Enchantarium, using beads and wire to shape a magical fairy dust bottle. For a dress, I will do it in two parts. A skirt with 2 layers, and the top part that is a pseudo jacket of sorts. I start off by using Barb's favorite jacket pattern, but in the end I did use the masking tape method for the top, and the color is mostly improvised. I love to add details with iron-on glitter lately. Drac here was no exception. I tested it on a scrap piece. Of course, this fabric isn't the ultimate for this material. Some of the spots fell off and I needed to glue them back on the skirts. After ironing the glitter, I can start to sew together the pieces. I will not go in depth with sewing. First, there are better creators for that, and we also have still a lot to go through. Like, for example, the wings. I did 2 designs for wings. I didn't like the first one, so I designed a new pair, which was much better. I printed out the wings and laminated the paper. Then I can use wire to form the wings. I won't go into a full process. I am planning on making a wing tutorial in the future. I used the color cotton candy for her wings. Previously I used to use paint for wings, but now I use self-adhesive vinyl, which looks better. It would look even better if I had a Cricut, but oh well. This took me one workday, but I glued glitter on the wings, one piece of sparkle at a time. But it was fairly enjoyable, almost like knitting. I've seen the sparkles with some gloss varnish as well. Then I glued on some gems on the wings. To attach the wings to a doll, I will use magnets. I drill a big hole into her back. Then I fill the space with tinfoil. Then I glue the magnet with epoxy glue. I attach the wing segments with hot glue first. Then I use epoxy to strengthen the connection. Don't forget about the other magnet. Time for a face up and my coffee break. This was a fun project. To do a crossover between two things I really love was fun. I do not plan on making more dolls like this. I might design Enchantix for some of the other ghouls, but nothing that I will make into a doll. Unless someone would commission me for it. Hint hint, cough cough. Try to look out for doll commissions on my Instagram. I will probably be sneaky and open them up for those who follow my stories first. I also want to mention that I will be selling this doll. She will come with quite a few goodies as well. I also have quite a few dolls for sale on my Instagram, so hint hint, cough cough. And the face up is done. I end up really loving this face up, so I hope you guys like it as much as I do. We can at least hope. As for the hair, I'm crunching this video out and I don't have a good feeling setup for hairstyling. So I will skip it for today and link you to a video explaining my method. After a few more last minute details, the doll is done. I do hope you guys like my interpretation of Draculaura as an Enchantix fairy. I would have loved to do a proper Halloween doll for this year, but I didn't have time, so I hope Draculaura here will do. Next year we will do a proper celebration of Halloween, but until then, I will see you guys on the other side. Bye!